At Smartandrelentless.com, we've compiled a list of high-achieving individuals who attributed part of their success to the power of reading. You most likely heard the saying that leaders are readers, or that knowledge is power. These statements should not be overlooked. Even the good book says that my people are destroyed from lack of knowledge. So if you find yourself lacking in any area of your life, whether spiritual, financially, relationship-wise, in health, or your calling, pick up a great book and invest in your mind. Instead of being consumed by the plague of social media, here are what high achievers say about the power of reading a book. Will Smith: there are so many people who have lived and died before you. You will never have a new problem. You're not going to ever have a new problem. Somebody wrote the answer down in a book somewhere. Thomas Edison: when I want to discover something, I begin by reading up everything that has been done along that line in the past. That's what all the books in the library are for. Benjamin Franklin: from a child I was fond of reading, and all the little money that came into my hands was ever laid out in books. Fidel Castro: I'm almost nostalgic for those years in prison, because that's the time in my life when I had the most time to read. I read constantly, 15 hours a day. Frederick Douglass: once you learn to read, you will be forever free. Knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. Rick Warren: balance your reading. Read broadly. Include people you don't agree with. This is how we are stretched. Anthony Robbins: as a young man, I decided I was going to read a book a day. I didn't quite read a book a day, but over 7 years I did read more than 700 books. Malcolm X: I knew right there in prison that reading had changed forever the course of my life. As I see it today, the ability to read awoke inside me some long-dormant craving to be mentally alive. You will never catch me with a free 15 minutes in which I'm not studying something I feel might be able to help the black man. Nikola Tesla: of all things, I liked books best. Dr. Ben Carson: when I was a particularly bad student, my mother turned off the TV and made us start reading books. Warren Buffett: I do more reading and thinking and make less impulse decisions than most people in business. Mark Cuban: to spend $30 to give one idea that can help propel me and make my businesses better, it was a bargain. I'll read hours every day because all it takes is one little thing to propel you to the next level. Dr. Sunday Adelaja: every single day for 6 years, I spent 6 hours in the library reading. Ralph Waldo Emerson: if we encounter a man of rare intellect, we should ask him what books he reads. Barack Obama: reading is important. If you know how to read, then the whole world opens up to you. Strive Masiyiwa: sitting down that afternoon with a borrowed copy of the New International Version Bible, I sat down to read the Bible for the very first time in my life. I just read and read and read. Often I would read the whole day and the whole night. Finally, I finished it after about 3 weeks. Mr. Lee Kuan Yew: my definition of an educated man is a man who never stops learning and wants to learn. I'm not interested in whether a man has a PhD or not, or an MA for that matter, or a diploma. Mao never had one, neither had Khrushchev, nor Stalin. Bill Gates: I really had a lot of dreams when I was a kid, and I think a great deal of that grew out of the fact that I had a chance to read a lot. Winston Churchill: if you cannot read all your books, fondle them, peer into them, let them fall open where they will, read from the first sentence that arrests the eye. Set them back on the shelves with your own hands. Arrange them on your own plan so that you at least know where they are. Let them be your friends.